keeping a low profile as usual. I was keeping an even lower profile.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Is that better now?
But you know what it is, Tommy, in all honesty? It's the accent.
What do you mean?
It's just hearing the Glaswegian accent, like.
What about it?
No, it's great, but sometimes you have to slow down so I can hear it.
Do you want me to do sign language?
I mean, all you want.
Sorry?
I can hear a giggle.
Who's that in the background there?
No, that's your man.
The ex-man.
Anyway, so what's the crack? What do you think about... See, now I've turned down the laptop, so I can't hear anything else. You tell me, what's the crack about the match today?
I don't know, I was sleeping.
1-1 with Hibs?
How am I meant to know? I was sleeping in the first half and I had to do a quick journey into
So was our defence, obviously.
I know. But maybe we're just saving ourselves for the Tuesday night. Do you think we're going to do it against Ajax? That's the most important one.
I know, but sure.
So do you think we're going to do it against Ajax?
I've no doubt whatsoever that we will go out there, we will put a team on the pitch, and we will play our wee socks off, and that's all we can ask ourselves to do.
I think we'll get humped.
What was that?
I said, I think we'll get humped.
Oh, away you go. We're not going to get humped.
Exactly.
I remember watching Celtic play Ajax pre-season last season, was it? We were up the Rock. And Ajax had a fantastic fucking team. The football was amazing. It's going to be different at Celtic Park, but Chris Commons is out.
No Scott Brown, no Adam Matthews.
Scott Brown is out, Matthews is out. We're missing an awful lot of good players through the back of the team.
Yeah, but we took on Barcelona without Gary Hooper. We took on. I think when we're up against it, we can put in a good performance.
I also think, with regards to the Barcelona game, I think because the fans were so fucking keyed up for it, that helped carry the team through. You can only hope that the same kind of hysteria is created against Ajax.
Yeah, I think it will.
I was at the Celtic Juventus game, and you didn't get the same atmosphere.
We were
at the Celtic Juventus game. You didn't get the same atmosphere pre-match as with the build-up to the Celtic Barcelona game in the Champions League last season, and you could almost see that. Juventus got the early goal and fucking sucked the lifeblood out of it. And you could see the fans, but they were lost. That's my biggest fear.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I know what you mean. Sometimes when that happens, it's a bad trip all round. And you need the players to do something to pull it back. And that Juventus game, the goals. I mean, it's always a bad time to lose a goal. But I mean, the two times we lost the goal, we were taking the upper hand. But when they scored their first goal, it was all us, and then we still dominated it. And when they scored their second goal, it was all us, and then that was it. Game over. You knew it was all over. And it was one of those games. We never took our chances. They did, and we suffered. And it does suck the life out of the ground. I mean, until we had scored, if we scored one each, then the ground would have lifted off, and we might have got something like a victory or something, or even one each or 2-1 or something. But I mean, I thought they played better. I mean, okay, the fans. I mean, it's understandable that the atmosphere would be different because we never got the result. But I think we played better against Juventus up until we lost the second goal than we did against Barca, because Barca was back against the wall, but we showed more inventiveness in football against Juventus than we did against Barca. But ultimately, it's not important we lost, you know what I mean? But Yeah, I think you're right. If hopefully the crowd will. It all depends on how it happens on the pitch, how the crowd react into it, really.
But Tommy, do you not think as well, given this current Champions League campaign, that we've gone out and tried to play football a little more expansively, the Glasgow Celtic way, and because of that, fair enough, the results really haven't gone for us at all in this Champions League, and you could almost say that, had we gone about playing backs against the wall, we might have got a few better results, playing on the counter-attack and fucking 10 men high ball and all the rest of it. But because during this campaign, because we can actually play a bit of football, we've gone out and, to me, in many ways, it's our undoing. Is that, we are trying to sort of pit our wits against let's face it, it's the fucking elite of Europe. And if it's the elite of Europe, it's the elite of world football. And that has been our undoing, is that we do try and, play the Celtic way. And because of that, we're getting punished rather than adopting almost a fucking Glasgow Rangers approach to thing and playing negative football, backs against the wall and fucking hoping for the odd break, or, especially where the Huns used to go about it, let's fucking pray for penalties. I
think it's important in how we play, and more important how we play, because but if you look at the two teams we've played, Milan, that was the most shocking Milan team I've seen in all my life, and it just didn't look like an Italian team. And Celtic, up to the lost the goal, I mean, I really thought if we thought
we were going to beat them that night.
We should have. I mean, if we had Finn Bogason, $5 million, a player like him, I thought maybe the chances. I mean, and then Stokes. I mean, he had he had a good chance, and Big Sammy was through as well, played a blinder, and then even against Barcelona, I mean, we had a couple of chances with 10 men, and they weren't the great shakes. And then look at them tonight; they couldn't even score against Osasuna. You know what I mean? So Barcelona at times. They're not the same team as they were when they were top 3-4 years ago. The defence is still decidedly shaky. So yeah, we came up against it, but I was always thinking of the mind this time, especially the way it's set up, the double header against Ajax. I was always looking at, I don't know if it's sacrilege to say it, but I'll let you back in here, yeah, but I'm kind of wanting Celtic to come third instead of second, because I feel that, I don't know. What about yourself? Would you take? I'm kind of wanting us to drop into the Europa and have a wee bit longer run, because just being realistic, we're going to get pumped to it, and then if we get through to the last 16, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm all fucking for that. I mean, who can forget the 2003 campaign that we had? I mean, funny enough, I'm sitting here with Una. Una and I are ex-partners. It was the year we met one another, and we were both living out in fucking Cyprus at the time, and we were watching all the Celtic games, on satellite links and all that, and it was a fucking unbelievable run and success for Glasgow Celtic. We shouldn't set our fucking sights too high because of the league we play in and all that. It brings into question the argument that we should be playing in an English league or a European league or whatever. But by the way, no English club would never have us, because we'd end up fucking running the league within 10 years of fucking getting there. Yeah. But I'd be all for dropping into Europa League, because, as you say, longevity and carrying on, and for me, it's raising the profile and the franchise, and promoting we're more than a football club, as you know yourself, Tommy. Yeah. We're more than a football club. We're a foundation. We're an institution. We're a philosophy. And the longer we run in Europe, more than happy. I don't want to be Champions League whipping boys, Yeah. And as Una was just saying there, I mean, her boyfriend's a Tottenham fan. I grew up in Tottenham. I was born in Glasgow, grew up in Tottenham. I've got soft spots for Spurs as well. But I would love to see Celtic drop in the Europa League and go and fucking hump them down at White Hart Lane. Just to, stick.
That'd be good, yeah. Yeah, I mean, for, like you say, to keep the profile up there, like, you can't beat a good run to the quarter-final, semi-finals. I mean, you get that far, then you've got to dream for the final and go for it, and then even win it. And
absolutely.
With the experience the team has got, I mean, to drop down one season in the Europa, and then maybe the next season, then we go Champions League, the last 16 again, and then something like that. this is key. I'm really looking forward to this game against Ajax, because the way I looked to the first two games, I thought, well, if we get 1 point out of those, it'll be a miracle. And well, what's 1 point? If you're going to get 1 point or no points, so I'd rather us go out there and play a decent game of football and lose instead of playing shite and just get a point. Because what's 1 point? Because the main thing is going for third place and beating Ajax. So if we beat Ajax here, did they get a point? Have they got a point on the board, Ajax? I think they have, haven't they? They've got 1 point. So
I think they have, yeah.
So we beat them, that's us 3 points. Then we're on a double header, we play them across there. We could even get a victory across there or even a draw. And that puts us in prime spot to get into the at least the last 13, the last 32 of the thing with the Europa, at least we can get into there.
And it keeps the dream continuing. You know, Celtic to be involved in any form of European football is a good thing. I don't, I know a lot of Celtic fans, especially over in Northern Ireland here, that seem to think, we have a God-given right to be Champions League status and all the rest of it. I'm a bit more of a realist. I can see the limitations that our club has set upon us.
It's weighted against us, isn't it? It's weighted against us because you have to be realistic. We're playing in a different ballpark, and when you're sitting in that league, even just to get to the last 16 and then get gubbed, that is just, we're in the rarefied atmosphere. We're out of league, we're out of ballpark, and it's no anything bad about us. It's just because we don't get enough money for the TV compared to all these other big clubs. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen it in the close season there. We're basically in for £3 million players, Pucky and Baldy and all the rest of it. As soon as you get a player that's in £5-6 million bracket, they could really do well for himself coming to Celtic. The appeal's not there. They would rather go and play in the fucking English Championship. Yeah. I mean, for Christ's sake, people want they want to go and play in the Belgian league now all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it's ironic that when Yarma came the other way. Did you see when Yarma on Football Focus today?
No, I didn't know. What was happening with him?
He came on Football Focus and they were saying, Victor Wanyama, he says, when I was a young boy, I used to be a Manchester United fan. He says, and I was playing for Beerschot, and then I went to Celtic, and he said, the fans are just crazy. He says, and they made me into a Celtic supporter. And I was fucking sat there, and the hairs in the back of my neck were standing up and then with pride, because that sort of thing doesn't leave players once they've reached that. You can go and play in the English Premier League and play for fucking Southampton or whatever, but once you've been at Celtic, you know what it is to play for a big club.
Yeah.
And that filled me with joy and pride. And he was also talking at length about the Westgate shopping massacre that happened down in Kenya. And I think his cousin or one of his cousins or his brother or something was caught up in it all. So he was saying that he had to go out and play a game of football against the backdrop of knowing that his cousin or whoever it was being maybe was held hostage or had already been killed. And I just sort of showed it. The boy's grown up.
Yeah, and we helped nurture him a bit. I mean, he's coming to Glasgow, but I mean, he was grown up the minute he stepped onto that pitch. You could see he was something special. And then you would look at him going like, well, what age is this boy? And then you seen his age, like, he can't be 21. He's got to be older than that.
Right.
And but he's some player, I'll tell you that. Listen, we've got somebody else just phoning in here. Somebody on the Skype. Stay there, man. Hello, who's that? Are you there?
No worries.
Who's on there? Who's just joined us? Somebody there? I think somebody just tried to call in. See if I can add them in here. Let's see if I can add to group call. Stay there. Oh no, can I get them in? Oh no, hold on. Seamus. I'm trying to phone Seamus here. No, he's not on. Seamus phone there. Right, sorry, you there? Hello? Hello? Who no? Hello? What's happening? Where have we gone now? Stay there.
Hello again.
Hello, how you doing, my man?
Spreaker. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?